Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into what it takes to build a really high-end commercial AV over IP system. Specifically, the WolfPack 4K 60Hz 4.4.4 solution. Our goal here is to really understand the tech behind pushing top-tier video over, well, just standard networks.
Yeah, and I think the first thing that jumps out, right, is the scalability. We're talking potentially unlimited inputs and outputs here. It basically lets you take the standard 1G Ethernet switches you likely already have in a commercial building and turn them into this huge customizable video matrix.
And for me, the feature that really catches the eye immediately is the control side. They have this wireless real-time video preview. On an iPad, we're talking full motion video previews of all your sources at once, not just, static pictures. That feels different.
It is, and technically how they achieve that, well, it's built on sending true 4K 60 Hz video with full 4.4.4 chroma subsampling, which means, maximum color detail. And they compress that down to run over a standard 1 gig network line. Plus, it uses PoE.
Ah, power over Ethernet. So the transmitters and receivers, they don't need their own power plugs.
Exactly. Just the network cable provides power and data, makes installation way cleaner, especially for lots of endpoints.
Okay, so simpler wiring with PoE. And you mentioned the signal runs, what, up to 330 feet on a single K6 cable? That's pretty standard reach. But squeezing 4K 60, 4.4.4 onto that 1 gig line, that must need some serious compression tech, right?
It does. They're using H.265 encoding. You see H.264 a lot, but H.265 is more efficient. Crucially, it supports 10-bit color and HDR, high dynamic range. So you get a visibly better picture quality compared to H.264, especially at the same kind of bitrate that fits on that 1G network.
Right, squeezing the best possible quality out of the available bandwidth.
Yeah.
So efficiency is key. What about speed? How fast can you switch between sources? And what connections are actually on the boxes?
The switching is pretty quick. They quote around 80 to 100 milliseconds typically. There's even a low latency mode that can apparently get down near 50 milliseconds. And connectivity-wise, the transmitter, the TX unit, and the receiver, the RX, they both have HDMI, obviously, but also KVM.
Keyboard, video, mouse.
Yeah, for controlling sources remotely. And standard USB ports, too, so pretty versatile boxes.
Okay, versatile. But let's talk audio. It supports the fancy formats, Dolby Atmos, DTS HD Master audio, even HDMI ARC for getting audio back from the display. But the notes say the audio function is only for extraction. Wait, does that mean you can't route audio independently? Like send video from source 1 to display A, but audio from source 2 to display A?
That's correct. It seems to be a specific choice in their IP architecture. The audio follows the video source that's selected for that display. You can pull the audio out at the receiver end digitally or analog, but you can't matrix it separately from the video stream it's embedded in.
Okay. That's a key detail for complex setups. Maybe a trade-off for keeping the network side simpler. Let's circle back to that iPad app, though, because that real-time preview, that's a major selling point, isn't it?
It really is. Seeing like 12 different live DirecTV channels or whatever your sources are moving in real time on your tablet before you switch, that gives you a lot of confidence. It's important to remember, though, that preview is video only. No audio comes through on the preview itself.
Got it. And that same app handles the video wall processing, too.
Yep. Simple drag and drop interface. You can set up video walls, say 2x2, 3x3, all the way up to 16x16 apparently. And you choose whether that wall shows one big stretched image across all the screens or maybe individual feeds on each screen, all configured right there on the tablet.
Okay, so app control is central. But there's also a physical control box required,
right?
And other ways to configure.
Yes, there's a necessary control box that sits on the network. For deeper settings, like tweaking the on-screen display or resolution scaling, you typically use the web GUI through a browser or their PC software. But one really neat convenience feature, especially for places like sports bars or command centers, a single button on the tablet app to turn all the connected displays off or on. Simple but powerful.
Okay, so wrapping this up.
Yeah.
The core idea is flexibility, right? Any input source can go to any output display or multiple displays. It's built on standard networking gear, uses PoE, and it's field upgradable. Seems like a solid proposition for large commercial installs.
Definitely. And it makes you think, doesn't it? We're seeing really high quality 4K 60, 4.4.4 video plus control running reliably over standard 1 gig networks with PoE. So the final thought for you listening is, with this level of performance and scalability becoming more common over standard IP infrastructure, how might this change things? Not just these big commercial jobs, but maybe even standard home automation setups over the next, say, 5 years. Makes you wonder about the future of those dedicated fixed-size matrix switchers.